Hi, we are group number one and we are going to present the marketing plan of our civil challenge. To give the solution of the two problems, we want to start with this question. Which is the reason that publicity and commercial spaces leasing have low rates? So we want to start giving these things that we found that the small commercial stores and the potential customers in the regions of the airport's non-concession, the most of them do not have brand design, brand concept, publicitary material, graphic designers, interior designers. They don't have the materials to put on that places, to put in a publicity space. They don't have the material to put in a commercial store. So why are they going to contract these spaces if they don't have what to put on them? They think that spaces are just for big companies. The television channels of publicity are just for big companies, and also the local stores in shopping centers, for example, are just for big companies. So we want to change that in mind. Change that small business in small cities think that they are not enough as a brand to lease a good commercial place of publicity. And we want to change the concept. Publicity and lease of commercial spaces are not just for big companies in big cities. Business in small cities will have no limitations to build a great brand, design, and concept, and they can start succeeding with its publicity and commercial source. Aerocivil will have this opportunity to offer these brands the opportunity to work with them, to contract with them, and they will give them the opportunities, the tools to start succeeding in publicity and commercial stores.
The solution that we have to this problem is that Aerocivil adds special services to the basic list of stores and publicity spaces contracts that they were offering. In this way, we can create and build strong brands with physical stores, identifying necessities and purpose and giving solution to include it to the stores, and support the creation of publicity and advertising for banners or billboards, helping brands to create a well-defined brand style and design. So the strategy is add a complementary service to the listening stores and publicity spaces to solve the necessities and to be more attractive to the potential customer brands. So for example, if a company needs a designer, so we will provide them a professional that will help them and guide them in the advertising. The steps to this strategy is first identify the necessities of the core airports of work with them. So in this way, we did an investigation. We investigate the most common activity and the existence of commercial spaces of all the airports, and we classify them in three groups. We decide to choose the third group because it has more potential to work, has more opportunities, and because it is the main activities of the flow of visitors according to the flags departs. Here we can see the table of the group 3 of the airports and why people visit the airports. We are using this to support the customers in creating brand concepts and brand advertising related to their vision characteristics.
Okay, the second step is to choose a team work with the purpose of work with the customers in the airport regions. For the third step, we have start promoting the new Aerocivil Service Office. We want to do this with visual publicity in the most concurrent places of each region, to send invitations of the schedule appointments with brands, also use the most social media networks in each city to make promotion of the Aerocivil offers. The fourth step is when it's time to start working with the brands, consider. So how we can ask the customer option and expectations, taking into account the real client's necessities, also like start working based on research and real and accurate information, give them a variety of options for their process and creation of service, give always good attention and customer service. For the fifth step, we have to support and help in the process of growing. How we can do this? So, adjust, change, and improvements for their stores or billboards, provide useful information such as rates of the airport sales and seasons showing the visitors flow data. So brands can take opportunities to be stronger and uh, giving benefit if it brands is having good results with the store and advertising incorporate into the airport.
This solution was proposed for two main reasons. The first is because the services added to the contracts gives companies a plus, which makes them more attractive. The second one is that it gives greater security to customers and brands for the rentals of stores and advertising spaces. First, to increase the demand of customers, their needs must be understood. Where previously it was possible to see that customers were not renting advertising spaces and locals due to the little information they had about them. For this reason, many companies have begun to inform their customers through different channels, which has generated an increase in their demand. For us, the best channel is personalization. Since it has many benefits, the first is that it increases revenue, since the customer experience is improved and becomes much more valuable. Another reason is that personalization builds loyalty, as 44% of customers were found to say they are likely to repeat after a personalized shopping experience. Likewise, it was also found that in companies that used this method, revenues increased by 15%. Finally, it is important to consider that offering the customers a quality service and a very good experience will generate a competitive advantage, which increase demand, revenue, and reduce the uncertainty that customers feel when renting these locals and advertising spaces.
The resources for implementing this solution are human resources needed. These are professionals in marketing and publicity to help small businesses to create the marketing plan and the publicity plan of the brands. Also to give assistance to their owners to be more aware of what their brand is and to get known by people. The graphic designers are going to help to create this publicity of the brand. The relationship with lawyer, airport managers, and legal representation uh, is to not get in trouble with the owners of the businesses in the future. Also, the publicity resources to promote the services offered, like social media or announcements in the street, or notes in some newspapers, ads on TV, and things like this. The physical resources that we need are financial resources for paying any fees that we have for using the spaces or the resources that we use to make all the marketing and publicity plan. The physical spaces are for making meetings with the businesses owners, and these are like offices or auditoriums. Also, we have in this part publicity resources to promote the services offered. And now the bonuses. like making alliances with huge companies to increase credibility and trust. Also, by the hand of the airlines, propose creative ideas to make modifications to some airplanes or waiting rooms according to the trends to be more attractive and increase the flow of people at the airports.